Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'd like to talk to you today about an opportunity that remains before us. We have the opportunity to plant a seed that Allah will nurture and multiply for you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran that the example of those who spend their wealth in the way of Allah is like a seed which grows 7 spikes, and on each spike is 100 grains, and Allah multiplies for whom He wills, and Allah is all-encompassing and all-knowing. I'd like to talk to you today about a project to expand IWWA, the Islamic Women's Welfare Association. And this is a critical project that would allow IWWA to continue to deliver the extensive services it already provides to the community, particularly to women and children in the areas of education, da'wah, social events and activities, and supporting the needy. But before we dig into that, we need to talk a little bit about what IWWA does. IWWA, may Allah reward them, focuses on 4 main areas. Number 1, helping to educate women and children, providing a healthy Islamic environment for women and children to socialize, to do da'wah and to provide tajdeed for women who are looking into Islam and also looking to rediscover their Islamic roots. And finally, it supports members of the community through food distribution and other means. And there are a few things that makes IWWA unique. Firstly, it is focused exclusively on women and children. And this is a group that unfortunately we as a community frequently don't support as much as we should. And also, IWWA provides a comprehensive set of services, so it really feels to the women like it's a second home for them. It's also a very ethnically diverse group with reverts and people from all over the Muslim world. And it's also not funded in any way by government. So let's look at, for example, at 1 week's activities in IWWA's schedule. You can see here that there's like on the order of 20 activities a week that IWWA runs. Everything from education in Quran, to tajweed, to Quran memorization, to Islamic studies and Arabic classes, and also very, very importantly is social events. And I want to pick one particular social event, which is the Friday Islamic Girls Group. Now, it's really important for young developing Muslim sisters to feel welcome, to feel part of a community. And that's why it's critical that we also provide social services like the Friday Islamic Girls Group to members of IWWA. And this is why I was dedicated to providing services to all of its different groups, including your children, teenagers in the Muslim community, your mothers, and also to reverts to Islam. And finally, to members of the community who are not as well off as we are fortunate to be. But there is a problem. We continue to run out of space at IWWA. There's overcrowding continually. We have problems all the time with events where we cannot accommodate all of those who would like to attend. Even though we run on the order of 20 events a week, we would run larger events if we could, if only we had the space. So the people who run IWWA thought about this problem and realized that there was a simple plan that would allow us to overcome these issues. Step 1 was to find a suitable site. Step 2 was to purchase the site with the support of members of the community. The third step was to get development approval to make the site usable for IWWA. And finally, to give people like you and me the opportunity to plant seeds that will support the future generations of Muslims in Australia. Alhamdulillah, so far there's been great success. We found a venue and we have purchased the venue, alhamdulillah. And it's in a great site. It's very, very close to the Muslim community. It's right on Holden Street. And it's also very easily publicly accessible. Finally, also we took the second step, the third step even, which is that we actually got a development application to expand the venue and to renovate it to be better suited to IWWA's educational, social and dawah needs. So this is where you come in. We need your help with the fourth step, We've already completed steps 1, 2, and 3, and we're approaching you to help us with the final stage of this project. This is an opportunity to plant a seed, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will nurture and multiply that for you. Doing the expansion and renovations we estimate will cost on the order of $150,000. And we also have remaining Qard Hasan debts for $90,000. So our goal with this IWWA expansion campaign is to raise $240,000. So we ask you to help us to take action and plant a seed for your future and the future of the Muslim community by donating to this cause or attending our upcoming dinner. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.